Woman who lost her husband bought a doll online. She heard that if the doll is activated successfully, can look exactly like her husband? So she followed the instructions. She soaked the toy in the bathtub. Then she poured in a packet of electrolyte powder. Then the woman just waited for it to activate itself. By nightfall, a nervous woman sat downstairs waiting for the activation to happen. Soon enough, footsteps were actually heard from upstairs. So the woman looked in the direction of the stairs. She saw a pair of legs walking slowly. Seeing that the doll looked exactly like her dead husband, the woman froze. She didn't know what to say. So she dressed the toy husband. The woman couldn't contain her feelings any longer. The two of them were no longer in a state of inhibition. At this point, the happy woman felt like she was back in her old life. But no matter how good the artificial intelligence is, there's always a difference between an artificial intelligence and a human being. The next day, the woman opened her eyes comfortably. She was surprised by a robot that didn't need to close its eyes. At work, the robot walks without a single footstep, and it suddenly appeared behind the woman. She was in a cold sweat, so the woman began to reject the robot. Soon the woman's emotions broke down again. That day, her sister came to visit her, even though she had hidden the robot. But when she was leaving, the older sister smiled and said to her younger sister, she was happy to come out because she had just seen a man's clothes in the bathroom. The woman was too embarrassed to explain to her sister that it was a robot, so she could only acquiesce to everything. After the sister left, the woman sulked alone. The more she looked at the robot, the angrier she got. So when they slept together, the woman told the robot to breathe like a human. And the robot did, but the woman was still angry. She told the robot to get lost. The robot obeyed and turned around and headed for the door. But the woman went back to the robot and grabbed it, and told the robot to yell at her, because that's what real couples do. But of course the robot wouldn't hurt its owner. It just stood there, dumbfounded.